Hello everyone and welcome back to Duo Gaming. It is Sunday night with Adventurers Anonymous, and after last night, yes, let's hope we don't have another one of those. Couple of updates on the channel for now. The main campaign after next week will be taking a little bit of a break, probably 4 to 6 weeks. We will have more content though. We have Vex Duo going to finish up his holiday session, and we also got something else in the works. Personally, I just need a break from DMing for a little bit. I believe Okami is going to take a break from this campaign as well in the near future, but that doesn't mean we're not going to be entertaining for you guys, so hopefully stick around, meet some new characters, and have some fun with us while we all kind of recharge our creative batteries. I will say a couple other things. Make sure to follow us here on Twitch. Check out our YouTube channel where all of our streams are posted. Check out the Black Razor Saga. Seems to be one of our more popular sessions right now. And, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you want to help out with what we do here, join our Discord and send me a message. And I'll let you know if you'd like to donate monetarily or with bits here on Twitch. It's up to you. Currently, we're working towards getting art for some of our characters, and every little bit helps. So, I think that's all the record-keeping stuff I gotta do. So, the one thing I will say is I just want to thank everybody who works here so hard at our Duo Gaming team, both the players, the DMs, the people behind the scenes that manage the social media and make sure that all of our announcements go out. And I just want to let everyone out there watching know that this is a group effort, a team of friends, and without everyone here, me just being a face on a camera talking to everyone else wouldn't be possible. So, with that, I will toss it over to Okami, and we will check in with Adventurers Anonymous.
Alright, everyone. And yes, as Doomy said, the Duo Gaming publication wouldn't be possible without viewers like you. So thank you. And we do have... I know we have for sure at least one player coming in a little bit later. I believe that's going to be Carius. We should have Mineo coming in later as well, and Augie May will be stepped out for the day, but they will be back. But yes, when we had left off, our intrepid band had made their way down into the first layer of the mines to investigate. This is a place that had been explored before and was a source of material and ores for the kingdom. As our intrepid band had made their way through, they had encountered some less than friendly mine-dwelling individuals, is how we'll phrase this. And Masar or Yurei got real cozy with one of them.
It was on my face.
Some people pay good money for that.
When last we had left off, we did wind up leaving in the middle of combat, just due to time constraints and making sure that our lovely folks who do get up earlier in the mornings on Monday were able to leave at an appropriate time.
I was tired.
Always tired. You stay up for like 48 hours on the weekends. You have no one to blame for that but yourself.
You know what? Someone has to host the stream and keep everything running while everyone else has fun, and I don't mind being that person.
We appreciate your valiant sacrifice.
Yes. And Monster, if you're listening, I love Papillion drinks. Don't stop making them. They're the only thing that keeps me going. Please sponsor us.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Stop suing Capcom for Monster Hunter.
Exactly. Stop doing stupid things.
Stop doing stupid things. Do a smart thing and sponsor us.
We'll do product placement. We'll shill. We promise.
I'll put your logo in the corner next to Duo's logo. I'll put it over Duo's logo. You
I'll
know,
get a
It will
tattoo.
take place of healing potions.
I will. I will
Me
make.
tonight.
I will make a character that's name is Monster and has 3 scars down the front of his face.
You won't do
Very
it.
good.
You don't think?
He'll do
Are
it.
we rolling initiative? Did I just come into initiative roll?
Well, what's funny
We're in the
about
middle
that?
of combat.
Will you let me explain? This is my job. God,
already
you're as
have it.
bad as Remy. Let me build the immersion.
We did a quick save.
I'm going to come out there and bite you.
I'm
Yes.
loving this immersion. It's being built so much.
Yes.
Let's just break it again.
When last we had left off, our group was in the middle of combat. We had finished up just ending. It was Rain's turn, which now brings us back to our hook horrors. And let's see. Though the creatures are both blinded and deafened at the moment.
Yeah, that's what that purpose.
You're welcome.
was for. I forgot.
Yep, they're both currently blinded and deafened.
And I'm stuck in something.
Yes, Scratch has been gripped by the tentacle of the roper down here
Mhm.
and is now held in place. Kyrius, Yude, and Agime are still technically inside the aura of effect that's surrounding the hook horrors, but all of them have been unaffected by it. Salt is down here attempting to aid Scratch, and Lachlan is here probably planning what to do with Scratch's corpse.
I don't think it's an aura of effect since it's just since it's just a flashbang.
I don't know.
I
That was
think
the
we put
radio.
that there to show how large it affected.
Whatever. But yes. So the hook horrors, and I believe that effect lingers until the end of their turn.
Correct.
All right. So we are going to go ahead and pick back up with our hook horrors. And let's see. I never thought I'd say these words. I have too many dice.
Never.
Gasp.
Heresy.
I know. I feel dirty for saying it, but I currently have like 4 sets sitting in my dice tray because I have nowhere else to store them.
Obviously, you don't have too many dice. You just have a lack of storage.
You need a
I
better dice
mean,
tray.
yes.
Yeah, you just need a better dice bag.
Excuse me.
A dice bag of holding.
That would be great. Specifically, only holds dice and keeps your sets together.
Oh.
All right, so let's see. This hook horror is going to go first and is actually going to stumble back this direction, as it is blind and deafened and is stumbling wildly.
This music is
And-
not quite the right vibe. Continue, I apologize.
This one is apparently going to join its confused companion. Alright. Neither of the hook horrors are going to be attacking. There we go. And are no longer blinded and deafened. Alright, Halstrom.
Yes.
Your flashbang has gone off, disorienting your companions and also the monsters. And now it is your turn. The monsters have now vanished. They have gone up back towards the direction they had originally come from.
Halstrom's going to advance. He's gonna spend an action to create his Eldritch Cannon. In cannon mode. Wow, that's a lot of text. Yeah, just cannon mode. It will be here. And then we'll use the bonus action to command it to shoot that one.
Shoot her.
Shoot it!
Which one are you shooting? It didn't show on
The
my screen.
roper that's attacking
The roper.
Scratch.
All right.
It's a 26 hit.
Yes, you hit. Very good. Come on. All right. The hook horror screams out in pain, but it's still alive.
Get this thing off of me!
I'm working on it.
Unfortunately, that will end my turn.
All right. Yurei. You were in the midst when this extraordinarily bright flash and a loud bang went off. You have now seen the monsters run backwards, slashing wildly in the direction that they came.
Oh, I'm gonna throw, forsake my movement to throw a shuriken at it.
Okay.
With advantage.
Which one?
That one, the one that's closest.
This one?
Yeah. Let me
All right.
roll. Yay. Cool. Where's the ability? Gouge.
All right. Yes. 23 hits.
Cool.
All right, and you all see as the creature is fleeing away, Yurei throws out the shuriken of the gouging top. It impales itself into the back of the monster, and it dies, falling to a heap on the ground.
Just imagine like a rapidly spinning star just buzzing the back of its head.
Yep. All right, Sneaky Beaky. Anything else?
Nope, I don't think I can really do anything as a bonus action, so that ends my turn.
All right. It is the Ropa's turn. And it is going to use a multi-attack. It is going to use 2 tendril attacks on Salt and Lachlan. So the first one is on Salt. Is a 23
I'm just
hit.
gonna shield.
Okay. The second hit is on Lachlan.
My AC is currently 23.
Okay. So, Lachlan, you would have seen excuse me, the same kind of tendril that had held Scratch coming up out of the ground, and as you would have cast shield, it would have deflected off of it, and it would have disappeared back into the ground. Right. It is going to use Reel on Scratch. And Scratch, it is going to pull you into melee range.
Okay.
And it's going to bite.
Oh, that's definitely a hit.
27.
That's the second roper that's gotten a crit on a bite.
However, hold on. We're going to have Salt react.
Attack. Creature 5 feet. Target.
Salt's gonna bash it in the back of the head with the shield as it tries to bite.
All right. So you would see that it has grabbed you and it has pulled you into it, and as it rears back to bite, Scratch, you see Salt reach up, bashing it, and as its mouth comes down, it misses, hitting the cave wall next to you, taking a chunk out of that instead.
Ah, hey, wait. I didn't tell you to do that.
Right,
The
now we
machine
have-
spirit has the audacity to, not the audacity, but the know-how to protect its master.
The audacity!
The audacity. Man,
It has
Halster, tell me how you
audacity.
really feel.
I am not good with low gothic. Forgive me.
Tell me
I
how
don't
you really
speak
feel.
this garbage language.
Shoot.
Alright.
The intricacies of low gothic are perplexing. Forgive me.
I don't speak your dirty commoner language. I'm too good for that shit.
Basically.
Alright. And so, coming up the back, Mineo has now come onto the scene. Mineo, you see carnage in front of you. There are dead bodies strewn everywhere. You have seen the roper that is currently grappling both Scratch and Scarlet. You saw one of the tendrils attempt to tackle him and miss. And you have seen the hook horrors flee, and one of them collapse into a corpse. What would you like to do?
So it's a typical weekday.
You know, the day ends in Y.
Precisely. Move my happy self this way. And hit with a hammer.
Very good. Very good.
If I can find my hammer page. Hammer page.
All right, yes, you hit. And I would like to amend for last time it has come to my attention that I had done the ACs of these monsters incorrectly. Yes, a 20 on the ropers hits.
Okay.
That is my mistake.
Fantastic
That
for
was my
me.
error.
Yeah, we knocked some of their armor plating off into battle. That's all we need.
Oh, thank you, Rain. 1 second. Please hold. Audio. Audio check.
You're good.
1 2 1 2. Are we still picking me up?
Yeah. It's less though.
How about that?
That's less.
It sounds like you're lowering your volume, not your input sensitivity.
How's that? Molly's time.
Well, I mean, I can rant for a second how apparently my chair has decided to come alive and is angry.
Hmm.
Who cast animate object on Molly's chair?
I'm sorry.
It
was
Damn it,
actually-
Scratch!
It was
It
actually
was the
Tiny
one on
Servant.
Molly's chair woke up and chose violence.
You want to say something again?
Something again.
I'm gonna go with that word.
Yep, I'm gonna turn you up on my side.
If it continues to be an issue, just type something. I'll make sure I stay muted while I'm not doing stuff. Anyway, hammer time.
Yes, hammer time. Hammer time.
You agata.
All right, so that's 20 bludgeoning and 9 radiant.
Yep.
All right, so
And then-
Scratch.
Oh no. We still do thing.
Well, okay, go for it.
Use a charge of War Priest and hit it again.
Okay.
Never mind. No, I'm done.
All right. So Scratch, you see more than you hear because you can't really turn around and look. Mineo come charging up behind you, hammer drawn, and it smashes into this thing with the first strike, and the thing collapses and dies with the first hit. And Mineo swings his hammer off to the side as it falls, crashing into the wall again with the second hit.
And I duck quickly. Hey! Watch it!
Yes, as the stony tendrils have now dropped from your body.
Ah. Hey. Thank you. That was kind of unpleasant.
What I do?
All right, it is Augie May's turn.
This dedicate quack button.
What do you
Gotta
want?
do
A
the
dedicated?
voice.
Oh,
Well,
Gibbs.
because I can't really see into the dark. Wow, I really do feel useless.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow!
Oh no.
Mean.
Oh.
Do they have any form of light source on themselves?
Their sword.
Oh wait, the sunblade emits a light source, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Georgia with your accent.
Let's see. And those foul monsters went that way.
Oh, I do declare.
Eh. Eh. I found one.
Only one? Yeah, you probably only be able to see one.
We are going to use a spell slot to bring. Let's shed some light on the situation. And cast Moonbeam.
Oh, very good.
No, Yurei did not cast it.
I mean, as long as you're casting it from Augie May's character sheet.
I am.
Okay. And that is on this one?
Correct.
Alright, and that's a con save. Ooh, it passes.
Right. Then it takes half damage.
So it takes... Alright. This creature screams out in pain as it turns around, no longer blinded and deafened, and roars out again, but it is still alive.
Uh-oh. I have nothing else to do that will end their turn.
Alright. Scratch.
Okay. I think I got a plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, is it really that
Rope
far
a
away?
tentacle squid's just dripping off the captain.
Hold on, am I coming through? Yes, okay.
Yes.
You are.
The audio was messing up again. Where's my scratch? Okay. Yeah, I'm not quite close enough yet, but I do have a plan. I just can't use it yet.
Uh-oh.
So, I'm gonna say, cover your ears! Duck! Whatever you need to do!
Covering ears.
Looks more like a swan to me.
Bang, bang.
Kyrius, do you... Oh, no. Okay. Kyrius, I need you to roll me dexterity save, please.
Do I have to?
Mm-hmm.
Augie need to make one too if he succeeds.
I'm more concerned about that 11.
That's what I mean.
Hey, Kyrius, you're fine. I'm unsurprised. So, Kyrius, you would have heard Scratch yell out, cover your ears, duck, whatever, and immediately drop to the ground as a bullet from Scratch's revolver whizzes just past where your shoulder was a moment ago.
Oh, forget that 14, by the way.
Right. And so it's just the 17 on
It's a
the board?
17 plus 1, yeah. 18.
Perfect. Perfect. Scratch, this creature is still standing. It is on its last legs. It is still alive.
That's all I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Salt coming up the other side. And yeah, we'll leave it there, I think.
All right. Lachlan.
I'm going to move to here. The laughing visage of Pan's little pixies flying around me. I'm going to aim my hand, gripping my wand directly at the hook horror. And how far away am I? Damn, that's 35. I guess I'm using Firebolt.
Always a good one.
Ooh, good time to test
All right.
this. It works!
That's a good one.
Sorry.
All right. Doctor, flourish your kill, because that is definitely overkill. As it dies.
I'm going to grip my wand and I'm going to shout Inferne.
Very good. All right. Anything else?
No, that's the end of my turn.
Very good. The stench of burnt hook horror is now wafting through the cavern.
Oh, guys, I see a foot.
It's not your turn, Augie. Brutus.
Speech is a free action.
Yeah.
Fine.
A foot
Hearing
ahead of what?
Augie's call, Brutus is going to come up next to Augie. And is going to brandish the longsword ready for an engagement.
Very good.
Which is to say I'm preparing an action.
Yes. Kyrius.
Okay. Sorry, I gotta see what's around here.
Right, here's the moonbeam radius.
Oh, there is a moonbeam. Thanks to Missionary.
I guess I heard Augie yell out they saw a foot,
Mhm.
but I don't see anything. So I am going to move to stand next to them and hold my action for when I see the foot.
Okay. Rain.
The game is afoot.
Let's see. There's nothing for me to throw fire at, so. Get out of that mode.
Actually, DM, can I move like literally right next to her? Or them, sorry.
There we go.
Yeah, I can let that.
I'm gonna do a double move action then, since there's nothing I can throw fire at.
All right. Sprint it
I'll go
up.
just right up here.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right. So yes, Kyrius, Augie, and Rain. As the three of you are closest, you can hear the sounds of skittering, and the same sounds that you heard from the hook horrors before. As around the corner, another one appears.
That is exactly why I stayed behind this rock.
And it comes right up to you, Augie and Kyrius,
Oh no.
Dang
and
it.
is going to make a multi-attack.
Wait, do I get to attack? I held my action.
Yes. As soon as there we go. You did, in
So-
fact, ready in action, so go ahead and give me an attack.
So, if I remember correctly, last time we did this, because I used my Conjure Barrage, so I'm equipped with my bow right now, which I think would cause me to have disadvantage on this attack, because it's so close, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
This is a creature, this is in direct melee range, you are at disadvantage with a ranged weapon.
Hit it with the bow.
Bonk!
Technically, your attacks are just as powerful hitting it with the bow as shooting it.
Alright, you do manage to shoot it, Kyrius. You can see it coming around the corner, and you are able to knock an arrow just in time as it gets directly in your face to shoot it.
And then, so, I know that with, like, held actions, it ends up becoming, like, a reaction. Do I still get 2 attacks, or is it just the 1 attack?
It will just be the one, since you've readied the action for this. Since it's your reaction, you saw it coming around the corner to attack you.
Okay. Oh, take off Colossus Slayer, obviously, because it hasn't been hurt yet.
Yeah. Alright. And it screams out in pain as it goes to attack you first, Kyrius. 17?
I deserve that. Just closed my character sheet, but I think that hits. Hang on. 17 just hits.
Alright. You take 9 piercing damage.
Have anything?
And it is going to attack you again. Oops.
Oh.
Alright.
Wait.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, that hits.
I thought...
Isn't
Oh,
Ogi
never
able
mind.
to impose disadvantage as a
Yes.
reaction?
Augie is going to, seeing that this hook horror is about to do extremely deadly damage, will use their reaction to defend Kyrius.
Very good. So...
Oh, that's what you were
Kyrius.
waiting for. Thank you for being merciful.
I knew it was. I was looking through their character sheet because I'm not familiar with it.
Yes. So, Kyrius, it attacks you the first time. After you've knocked an arrow, it manages to swing at you at the same side that the roper bit. And seeing this as it goes up again, Agime reaches out with their shield, bashes at the thing, and knocks it sideways, and it misses you.
Oh, it stops the attack altogether. Sweet.
Well, I'm assuming a 14 doesn't hit.
Oh, no, it does not.
I mean, I can still do the crit if you like.
No,
if you want
we're
me.
good. No, we're good. I didn't read the protection fighting style rules, so that's my fault. Yeah.
All right. Halstrom.
Yes.
He's your turn.
Cool. I shall move here. Take aim. I'm actually gonna. I'm not gonna risk the -5. Especially with everything there. As my action, we will take aim with the arc rifle.
Okay.
The 16 hit.
On the hook horror, yes, it does.
Fantastic. And if it still stands, I am going to command the Force Ballista to fire at it as well. With
It
my
is-
bonus action.
It is still standing. An 18 hits. Alright, this thing, having taken an arrow to the chest, swiped down at Kyrius, and then, after being bashed by Agime, an arc rifle bolt hits it, and then immediately after, a force ballista shot. This thing is still standing. and it's angry. It's angry! He's angry! Alright, Housedrum, anything else?
Nope, that will end his turn.
Alright. Yude. I'm
We're gonna-
getting a prediction. Gouging top.
Nope, we're running a
Gonna
turning
get all of
into attack with the sword. Force damage. The 31 hit.
I mean, the 18 hits, so no, the 31 doesn't hit.
Damn.
Reverse
31
AC.
Well, I have one of those monsters I haven't thrown at you yet. Don't worry.
So do I.
Is that like is metal slime?
It's a thing. It is a monster I have. I'm not telling you anything else. You just have to wait to find it. Alright, so that is 16 sneak, 12 slash. Very good. This thing is still standing. It is hurting, but it is still standing.
You know who we need to throw at a reverse AC monster? Milana.
This is gonna end Yure's turn.
Okay. Maneo. Maneo.
Mineo.
Maneo Maze.
I forgot there's a mute button. Leave me damn technology. No, hold on. I click the person. I want the person to move. Oh my god. What is
I believe in you.
I'm trying to move my character and it's moving the whole map. There we go. Okay. He just really liked that spot. I don't know.
Maneo needs to move the entire world around him.
I need to eat 11. That's what I need.
Mineo Earthshaker.
Ironically, I was just beside him at a festival and his freaking trident can cause earthquakes.
I know.
Freaking Earthshaker.
Which is also sitting 5 feet away from me, so. Let's see. I gotta find which one of my names. That's the touch one. So, guiding bolt should be. Yeah, okay. So. Oh god. I'm just having a time of it, guys.
You doing okay, bud?
Yeah, I'm taking one day at a time, man. I'm gonna cast guiding bolt. I'm assuming it's this one we're fighting.
Yes. The one that doesn't have the red X on it.
Well, there's a red X underneath it, and I want to make sure it wasn't glitching.
No. So it's currently standing over the corpse of the other hook horror.
I like to think that it's standing over the corpse of his dad.
No.
I agree with Lachlan. Anyway, I want to cast guiding bolt at it.
Yes, you hit. Would you like to flourish your kill?
No, he literally just rolls up, like, heaves a minute, like, God, it's like I haven't been doing this in 2 or 3 weeks. Looks up, sees the thing, points his hammer, shoot.
You hit it square in the chest, and the thing collapses backwards and dies.
Very good, very nice.
Congratulations, players! You survived your combat with the hook horrors.
Yay.
I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you all.
Lachlan's kind of gonna collapse and say, so, why exactly did we come into the dangerous cave without having him nap first?
Dilly dally, turn on.
Captain.
How did this roper die? Was that the one? No, that's not the one I've asked. That was no.
I stabbed it.
Somebody it got stabbed. It got blasted with magic. It could have looked at someone weird and just collapsed.
Yurei shoved a sword down its throat.
Okay, I can work with that. I'm going to attempt to harvest its eye.
What is
Go ahead.
this?
Of course you are.
I mean, if I don't scratch, it's gonna. And really, I just want to have fun.
The little moon is the symbol for moonbeam that was cast.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, so you are now in free movement. There are corpses to be looted, or what have you.
I would like to inspect the claws of the hook horrors
Okay.
to see if they would be suitable framework for my flight suit.
Okay. Mineo, also give me an investigation roll to harvest its eyeball.
Why do you gotta choose investigation, man? Oh, well. It's like one of my worst.
Well, this is the first one that you're harvesting from, so no. Good plan. All right, Carius, you go get
survival or something.
I mean, you've got 2 others you can harvest from too.
It's fine.
That's just for the first one. So.
Well, I rolled a 5. I'm gonna assume I shoved my hand in, realized that didn't work, and go down here for this one.
Sounds good. And then for that one, go ahead and give me a survival, since now you're a little more experienced with it.
Okay. That's better.
Yes, you are able to harvest its eyeballs, as it has 2. You are able to harvest them both.
I don't know why I thought they only had 1. I'll take both.
All
Y'all
right.
can have the desecration and mutilation of bodies to yourselves. I'm not touching that.
I have no desire for any piece of these things.
Is that because you've got a stock of them already at home?
No. You think I haven't experimented on these things myself? I've been underground for years. These things are worthless.
I don't know, Captain. Them floating squid things done her up right could be a pretty cool cloak.
Or perhaps a U-sized parachute?
Scratch looks back at Mineo, pulls his hood up over his head, and just turns invisible.
What do you need me to roll to see if the hook horror's arms are suitable?
Go ahead and give me an intelligence. And Kyrius, you had a question?
It looks like over the course of that battle, I shot 5 arrows. Am I able to find them all?
Go ahead and roll me a d6.
She is so nice to you.
I'm very nice. Yes, you're able to find 4. And for your intelligence roll, Lachlan, you can tell that you could probably make them work, but they are rather heavy chitinous limbs, so they're not going to be very flexible, and they will be heavy. It's very much you understand just looking at these things and touching them, feeling them, playing with them. You could make them work, but they would not be your best.
I'll leave them then.
Okay. All right. Oh, and Kyrius, you have taken a permanent injury since the hook horror the roper took off half your health in one bite. You now have an injury to the right side of your body, and so if you aren't able to gain the effects of a long rest, since that is your shooting arm, If you take a certain number of levels of exhaustion, you will get disadvantage for shooting. Well, one level of exhaustion will also incur a disadvantage on your shooting because that is your right arm, and you will be fatigued and stiffened.
Alright,
Curious. Come here.
Hang
Let me look at that.
Hang on, I'm just curious. That happens. I suffer that effect until I take a long rest, but once I take a long rest, I'm good.
Yes, because at that point you'll gain the effects of a long rest, and you'll be able to rest, recuperate, and probably stretch out. If you gain a level of exhaustion, or after a certain amount of time, you will develop the stiffness in your shoulder.
Okay.
Curious. Your shoulder doesn't look so good. May I have a look at it?
I don't feel so good. Yes.
Damn.
Oh. One day I'll be able to roll like you guys.
You just need to. You just need to get skill expert to roll like us.
The
What do you-
13 points of medicine help.
Well,
Well-
what are you looking for, Lachlan?
Well, we wouldn't know in character that Curious would need to take a long rest. But I would be rolling to see how severe the injury is and if I could do anything to assist with it.
Okay. You can tell as you probe and investigate. It's pretty easy to tell that it's, a giant bite wound. It doesn't appear that any of his internal organs have been hit. It doesn't appear that he's in any sort of life-threatening danger. It does appear that there is potentially a little bit of bone damage, but it doesn't. He's not going to die. You should be able to bandage him up just fine.
I would like to apply Sweetgrass's secret recipe salve and
Okay.
then bandage.
Very good, very good. Ugh. Okay, Mineo, give me a strength check to rip off the hook horror's arm.
God damn it.
It takes you a second of wrenching, and you're able to dislodge it after a little bit, but you're fighting at it, and then all of a sudden, it just kind of, with a very surprising. So you know how when you crack a leg off a crab?
Oh yeah, I know exactly where you're going with this.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like that, and there's some chitin still attached. A little bit of juice comes out.
Yeah, because I was trying to pull it right from where it connected to the body.
Yeah. So there's some of that little, it just, anybody that's ever eaten crab and eaten crab legs, you know what that looks like, the stuff that comes out. You know what it looks like.
Oh yeah.
All right. And Kyrius, after Lachlan applies this salve to you, it's got a kind of like a cooling, tingling sensation. And for some reason, you can't help but feel like this is somebody's grandma's baking cookies or something as they bandage you.
And as I do that, I'm going to it's 2 slots per upcast, so I'm going to go to level 3 with my cure wounds.
Good. Very good, very good. All right, and Yurei,
Thank you,
Yes.
Dr. Laughlin.
you had summoned Mini Zyper.
Yes.
Very good.
I'm here to ask him some questions.
So, Mini Zyper, towards the beginning of your combat, had disappeared into the ether. And Yurei, as you call out Mini Zyper come forth, he just poofs into existence directly over your head and then floats down to look you in the face.
Weren't we informed that the caverns were supposed to be clear?
Clear of what?
Threats, dangers. This isn't a good working mine for your citizenry.
Minnie Zypher just kind of shrugs and just kind of... Hazards in the Underdark. And quick pause. Maneo, so the ropers, are you looking for the ropers or the dark mantles? The ones that attach themselves?
That's what they're called.
The dark mantles?
Yeah.
So they're kind of like, about 5 feet around-ish.
Basically, a pretty general squid size.
Yeah, very, very generic squid size. In between the tentacles is more of a skin that they use to, attach to someone's head and suffocate and cut off any breathing.
Typical squid things.
Very, very typical squid things.
Typical squid games.
That's what Rudolph the Red-Nosed Dark Mantle plays is all.
I'm just gonna take the entire corpse.
Okay. Just gonna shove it in your bag?
Yep.
Very good, very good.
Is
Right,
anyone
so-
else in need of medical aid?
Nope. Definitely not from you.
You just saw me be one of the best doctors you have ever seen.
I just
Exactly.
need a nap.
I think Ireus took the most damage.
Captain, are you doing okay?
Yeah, I just scratches. I think I'll be fine.
Rain, can you say something again?
Me? Hello.
You were insane. I had you down low from I think one of the last times when you were really loud, so I couldn't hear anything, so I had to adjust. Thank you.
It's a roller coaster with me, honestly.
Discord just does this to me every now and then too, so no big deal.
Oh, it's okay. Duo gaming sessions are always roller coasters.
Okay, I have a soundboard for the Final Fantasy Victory theme.
Is it even a duo gaming session if there isn't a bunch of technical difficulties?
No, and we haven't had any yet, so shush.
Well, we have.
No,
There's
we
been
just had
sound
one.
issues.
Those are
We just had it.
personal.
Fine.
Those are personal issues, not on my end.
Oh, dude, if we want to go into personal issues, we're gonna have to do a 24-hour stream.
We did
So,
5
yes.
last night.
Gee, yeah, we did 5, almost 5.5 last night. So, Yurei, you were talking to Minnie Zypher. Did you have any other questions after he just kind of brushed off hazards in the Underdark?
I figured this conversation isn't gonna go anywhere, so I'll just drop it.
Okay.
Whilst I'm pretty sure he could go forward, I do really recommend that Kyrius it rests that arm pretty soon. And I'm not going so well for my ability to cast any of my high-level spells.
How deep are we in the cave, Okami?
You guys are pretty substantially deep. You can see the elevator to the next floor down. You're probably a good, if you guys have been walking decently casually, you're probably a good 30-45 minute walk into the start of the cavern, following the main rail tracks.
Okay, so I was thinking if we need to rest, would it be better to find a place to bunker down in here or try to find a house?
I don't think it's going to get any easier as we go down.
I was like
Really
keeping
doesn't.
it next to the elevator might be good because if anything triggers it, we'll know, and it's kind of against a wall almost, so we don't have to worry about a surround of like watch. It's a very specific number of ways something could come in.
If y'all need to rest, I can stand guard with me and my ballista.
Brutus says, I will watch you all. Sorry. I will watch you all with my very life. As his eyelids is just kind of drooping closed.
As tempting as that is, are kind of too exposed right here.
We can have a look for a better place to be if you like, Captain. Or we can head back.
Is that an elevator up ahead?
Yes, that's what I was talking
Yes.
about.
It goes down.
There seem to be roots around it.
Yeah, we could stop halfway down the shaft and camp there. We'd be pretty sound.
Unless any of those squid things want to drop on us.
Will we
I will
all
be a real
fit on that
captain. I
thing?
do not feel like sleeping on an elevator.
Sometimes
What
you
was
have to
that,
make
Rain?
sacrifices underground.
I was asking if we'd all fit on that thing.
No.
Will it support us all for the amount of time that we need it to?
Anybody want to roll an investigation check? Wisdom check?
Oh, why not? I'll do it.
Knowledge?
Sure. I could have Hellstrom use his tools to inspect it.
Yeah.
We'll do an investigation with Yurei.
Rain has no idea.
Seems like this is bullshit.
Hellstrom will
Um,
inspect with his tools.
my dearest party, there's another problem. The operational mechanism requires someone to stay up here.
That's not a problem. I'll do it, and then I can
She
fly
had
down
the
on
broom.
my broom.
She got a point.
I always forget you have a flying broom.
I also have
How do
scrap.
you forget?
Scratch also has a dimensional door.
Haha!
And I have a grappling hook.
I have a hole.
I'm gonna jump it.
God bless you. I had to pick between one or the other.
All right. So we have our 2 investigation rolls. Is anyone else investigating the mechanical mechanism elevator thingamajig?
Yes.
Or investigation roll. Okay.
All right. So between the 3 of you, you are able to figure out rather easily that no, the elevator will not support all of your weight for 8 hours to be able to rest. The elevator will support 4 of you going down at one time before having to be raised and lowered. Yes, the elevator, there is a mechanism at the top that is required to raise and lower the elevator. You're not able to tell anything about the bottom of it because you can't see that far down. None of you are able to tell how far down it goes.
Often don't call OSHA.
Come with
Oh,
me, and you'll be in a world
World
of
of
OSHA
violation.
What is this?
What is this OSHA you speak of?
It's a dwarf thing. Real big on code and things being durable.
OSHA
401
doesn't
Yes.
exist in space.
And handrails!
We don't have
Yeah.
OSHA in the Kobold Society. It's the oh shit.
Oh shit, he fell because there weren't handrails!
Handrail.
The number of preventable workplace accidents I've seen in my time.
I'm feeling that, Scratch.
So, what's your plan?
Hellstrom will offer to go down since he is rather sturdy.
I will be honest, friends. I don't think it's a good idea for us to go down in a weakened state.
You are in a weakened state, perhaps.
Captain, I think if we spread ourselves out around the elevator, we'll have enough space to all rest. We can also shove some of these corpses out of the way.
We can use some of the crates to make some barricades.
Well, actually, we could use the corpses to make barricades.
Both. Both is good.
All right, let's set
Where's the
something
combat
up
shuffle
over
when you
there,
need one?
and set something up over here, and yeah. And while we're at it, we'll make sure we get something to lock the mechanism in place so that nothing can sneak up on us that way.
Maneo's gonna have everyone ushered over near the elevator before he starts moving these hook horror corpses to block off this whole area here. So stacks.
I'm going, as Mineo brings them over, I'm going to use some of my rope to bind them using square lashings into a lattice.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrius is going to take a small bit of wire, about 20 feet of it, and from here... Click, darn you.
Lachlan, what is that blue thing that was on you?
From there
What?
to
What blue
there,
thing?
I'm going to string a wire across, and I'm going to cast Alarm.
Oh, very good.
Oh, a makeshift cannon icon.
Okay.
Since I don't have an icon for my arcane cannon for the artificer.
I just didn't want to presume things.
I need to make a PNG for an Onager Dune crawler.
Anyway.
Yeah, you do.
Alright.
There's one in there.
And then, so, Molly,
Yes.
once Brutus, Lachlan, and Augume are not in that area, I'm going to set up the corpse here, here, and here, so that they blockade this entire entryway to the area that we're in.
Okay.
Before he does, like while he's working on stacking them up, Scratch is gonna take a bit of string and go from here to here, set up a bit of flint and steel and a piece of dynamite as a mortar.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Is that about where you wanted your alarm line, Kyrius?
Say again?
Is the black line, is that good for the alarm line?
Yes, it is. I couldn't see it without looking at it.
I figured we'd have a good visual representation. Excuse me.
And of course,
All right.
I warn everybody that the alarm line's there, so they don't walk over and trip on it. It won't go off if they
Get
go
that
through
alarm
it. But
line. The cannon will guard here.
Okay.
Since there's a gap.
Okay. And Maneo, you were putting 2 corpses to cover this area here?
3. Can you center one here?
One here?
Center one here. One more to the left. Thank you. And then one here. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
How are you feeling, Tanzanite?
What the hell is it? Oh, there you are.
I am feeling a multitude of things. Many things. I'm trying not to feel anything. So just, pretend I'm not here. Just...
I have some augmentics that can help with that.
No. I don't need augmentics. I need alcohol. Lots of alcohol.
Oh, is that thing you're trying not to feel withdrawal?
Probably part of that as well.
Unfortunately, because that's your body's effect on itself, I can't actually heal that.
Alaris is a good psychiatrist.
I will take your word for that.
Do any of my companions have any diseases?
I don't know.
We don't talk about that sort of thing.
I have raiders.
I'm not asking. I'm seeing with my eyes.
I'm gonna go with no. As far as at least your DM is concerned, none of you have contracted anything.
My body
Yeah,
is riddled with STIs.
I'm just going to.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I've only had
I
31, so that's why I eat the lemons.
I'm sorry. What were you saying, Rain?
I said that's a no from me.
I mean, I think Tans and I might be the only one who's suffering from alcohol poisoning, but I think other than that, most of you are in a clean bill of health.
yay! I'm
You
doing my
know-
job correctly.
You know what I do want is Augie's sword.
I don't know how they would act in this situation.
Well,
Oops,
they already
sorry.
gave over their sword once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a mistake, my bad.
And I know that Rain had mentioned to them before we went into the dungeon that she would need Augie's sword at some point to finish the thing.
Yes.
If you think now is a good time to work on this,
Now is a great time.
they will
Especially
hand you the
since
sword.
we're gonna keep going down.
Brutus has a spare sword for you if you need it.
Cool. So by the time we finish a long rest, it'll be done.
Very good.
I would like to plant a after I've finished my ritual cast of detect poison and disease, which means that if there are any snakes or poisonous creatures around, I can see them as well for 10 minutes.
There are no snakes or poisonous creatures in the immediate area that you can see
Great.
within the next 10 minutes.
I would like to sit down and work on swapping out my mundane arm blade for the transonic blade.
Ooh. Yeah, so you guys are going to go ahead and take a long rest here?
Mechanicus engineering
Yeah.
at its finest.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, absolutely.
Does that mean a long rest? And do you need me to do anything to attempt to put that thing in?
Give me an intelligence roll.
An intelligence roll? Damn, I'm not that good at those.
How I felt earlier.
I lied.
Did you, though?
But
Did
I
you?
have Flash of Genius.
Flash of genius, I saw it coming.
I'd be
Flash.
insulted if you.
Oh, I need that sound.
The land.
I need that sound. So yeah, 14.
Yes. So at first stretch, when you're working and you're figuring, you're not quite able to figure it out. But as you go to pack it up for the night, you realize that you had, instead of messing with the whoosy what's it, you were fidgeting with the whatchamacallit, when really you should have been messing with the thingamajig. And so now that the dangly bit is all prepped and ready to go, you should be able to get the thingamabob next to and fully set for in the ITV.
See, Captain, I told you.
This thing has a flabbercaster too.
It has a U
fight
inside of it?
With the machine spirit.
It also has a crush on Hellstrom. Everything with a flabbercaster has a crush on Hellstrom.
Hey man,
Whatever,
there's
try
somebody
to
for
appease the
everybody.
machine spirit.
I'm sorry, what was that, Mineo?
I said, hey, there's somebody for everybody.
Even if that person happens to be a golden tiefling.
Or a toaster.
Oh, Lachlan, question.
Yes.
Is Brutus's sword a mundane weapon or non-magical?
The transonic one that he carries is non-magical, I believe. The other one is a +1.
Cool. Halstrom was going to actually go appease the machine spirit within Brutus's transonic blade to... Where is the...
Just testing.
Give it a +1.
Yay! Thank you.
Excuse me.
Brutus goes, What are you doing?
Communing with the machine spirit within this blade so that it may strike with more force. A happy
I like
machine
force.
spirit is a stronger machine spirit.
And that will mean that I can hit things harder?
Your aim will strike true, and it will strike harder, yes.
He gives a happy bark.
I think.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have one more of the transonic blades in my inventory, but I think I'm just gonna hold on to it.
Okay.
Before,
Yes.
before we rest, I'll pull out and activate my newly repaired ion stone thing.
Very good.
It just means I can't be surprised.
Yeah. All right. And did anybody else have anything else we want to do before you rest?
I think that's it. Although Hellstorm will probably appease the machine spirit again in the morning.
Okay.
I am going to, in my tent, do my little ritual prayer to Curdle Mac.
Very good.
I do like the blessing of the forge. It's a good
Dude,
ability.
it's so good.
Got to appease those machine spirits, folk.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrios is going to move over here just to be more with everybody else.
Okay.
And then kind of lean on the wall as he sits down, and he's just going to say, I hate being underground.
Why?
After I've finished my prayer, I'm going to walk over to Kyrios and give him the flower.
Oh.
What kind of
It's
flower?
tough for me as well. It is an orchid. It has a green stem and yellow petals with purple stripes.
He looks at it, he takes it and looks at it for a second, smiles, sniffs it, looks back at you. Thank you.
It's hard for me as well. There's something unsettling about being surrounded by rock when I'm used to being surrounded by trees and the sound of songbirds and madness.
I agree. But also, I just miss my bed in the airship.
That too.
It feels like it's been so long since we've seen the airship.
It's amazing
Feels
how
like-
quickly somewhere can start feeling like home.
Yeah, it feels like it's been months when only really it's been just a couple of weeks.
That's how you know a good story. All right. Are we ready to pass the night in a cave in the Underdark?
I believe so.
We've set up watches, correct?
Yes.
I don't think you guys set up watches.
We did not officially set up watches.
I have a 24-hour watcher.
I will. Actually, yeah, we
doesn't
have two
sleep,
people
right?
who don't
Doesn't
need to
he?
sleep.
Yeah.
Hellstrom also has his cannon to fire at any non-ally within range.
And alarm will wake me up if anybody comes through that side.
Keeping an eye on the goddamn ceiling.
Me and Jorah are also hanging out near the corpse barricade in case something makes an issue.
Very good.
Molly, do you allow rest casting?
What are you looking to cast?
Probably like some mage armor and some stuff before the end of the rest.
So, would you be trying to, or like, are you planning on sleeping, or?
Well, a rest is just 8 hours of low activity that includes about 6 hours of sleep.
Right, that's what I'm making sure. Because if you would not be able to cast while you're asleep, but if you cast towards the end of your rest, I will have to think about that while we take our break. I say let's go ahead and take. You want to do 15?
Sure.
And then we'll come back and we'll pick back up after your long rest. So
So we officially.
figure out.
I can click this long rest button, right? I shouldn't have asked. I should have just clicked it.
Too late, I've already clicked it.
It's not being interrupted by more than an hour.
We'll be back after the break.
Welcome back, everyone.
Beep boop.
Our players have taken a long rest in the cave. Your rest was undisturbed. You would hear the occasional sounds of more chattering and clicking, the similar sounds of the hook horrors, but nothing ever seemed to get close. You would have heard the sounds of dripping water, and occasionally, potentially something would have fallen on you, just more water. Anyone who was monitoring the ceiling would have noticed that there was nothing. Nothing came through along either of your lines. Nothing tried to get past the corpses. You all gained the benefits of a long rest and are now ready to continue your journey.
I will respool my silver thread and put it in my pocket.
Glowing rune on it in a previously unoccupied space, and now deals an extra 1d6 fire damage with every hit.
Ooh.
I will add that into the character sheet.
Alstrom's going to perform the good old appeasement of the machine spirit for Brutus's transonic blade.
Very good.
Brutus is going to bark happily.
Scratch. Rain also gives you a handful of opal dust in case it's useful.
It's the cremated rain. It's the cremated remains of your dear friend.
It's so
Opal.
With that little joke, he just tucks it into his pouch. Handful of opal dust.
So this could... this can only hold 4 people at a time, but can we, like, video game logic this where, like, we have people standing on top of other people?
Oh, please, video game logic it.
How many
I
people
don't know
do
what
we
Locke
have?
means by a video game, but I don't think we should do that.
It's
Just
4
send
people at a
out-
time.
I do not
So-
believe this world occupies by the same logic of the Vox games.
You should send
Okay.
down Ure, Magos, Salt, and Mineo first. Because they're
Yeah.
the hardest hitters.
Agreed. And you have a little bit of healing, you have a lot of damage, and you have the ability to get hit. But doesn't Salt need Scratch around to command it?
I mean,
Well,
I can.
Scratch can ride Salt.
Yeah.
True.
If we're just going with these 4, you could have the Magos bring his cannon as the 4th person.
The cannon is super small. It's just
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to make the icon smaller.
We'll figure it out.
We could just send. I mean,
Testing.
we could just send us 3. Between me and the Magos, we probably count as an extra person.
I can fly down on my own too.
Or we could send Augie May.
It's probably a good idea to. We still have some defense up here.
I'll go
I'm
last.
gonna. I will walk over to the mechanism. Everyone ready?
Put it down.
I start walking.
Scratch, did you want me to go down too? Like flying down?
No, stay up here for now. We'll keep an eye on things. By the way, he shouts as things start going down. If anything happens, shout really loud. We don't know how deep it is, and we might not hear you.
Captain,
All
are you
right. So,
In my
so
head, I'm picturing that they actually hadn't started going down yet.
Yeah.
Scratch was just like lowering his voice.
just getting quieter.
Scratch, you may want to have the doc check you out.
I'm perfectly fine. I don't
Okay.
need him.
So, Lachlan, you're the one operating the mechanism.
Yes.
Give me a strength check.
Oh no.
Brutus, this is hard. Can you do it for me?
Not
Oh
really.
no, elevator falls, everybody dies.
Yep. The elevator boss. Got this.
I think it's a lever right there.
I think me and the Magus have a decent constitution, and Yurei will just land on his feet.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Wonderful. Excellent.
About to hamster wheel this.
So, Lachlan, you're over there, and you guys have investigated how this works, and you think you find a lever that'll start the mechanism to lower them down, and it does very rapidly.
You found the brakes.
How far are we going?
Yeah.
Because depending how far, Halstrom's going to use some inventions to distort the gravity around him and cast Featherfall.
So you're not going to know how far you're falling, as you are on the platform and you can't see the bottom.
Can they not
what
see the
is-
walls?
You can see the walls, but you don't know how far it is to the floor.
It's also probably dark as shit.
It's extremely dark, and
I have a light source.
I am aware that you have a light source, but that doesn't stop the fact that you don't know how far down it goes.
Well, we're just going to use a spell slot. If need be, I will cast this again.
Oh.
I'm just gonna fall like a sack of potatoes.
So you're casting it on everyone? On your
Yeah,
on
everyone on the elevator.
Okay. Yeah, so
Who taught you how to operate an elevator?
let me speak
Right.
and explain what happened.
Ow, my throat. Halstrom's just getting angry at Lachlan.
Halstrom can be angry in a second. So yes, so you're all standing on the platform of the elevator, watching Lachlan head over. And for those who knew what was happening, would have seen Lachlan reaching for a lever, which you knew to be the brakes. Pulls the lever, wrong lever,
God damn it.
and as you fall, you can feel that it's about a 50-foot drop. And Halstrom, you managed to cast Featherfall, and the three of you land without taking any damage.
Yay.
You are now, the three of you, Yurei, Halstrom, and Mineo, are now at the bottom of the mine shaft. Up at the top, everyone would have seen this happen and heard, and wouldn't have seen anything be cast, no spells being cast, but would have heard the loud thud as the cart hit the bottom of the shaft.
I hate it when carts hit my shaft. I had to. I had to do it. Cheers, everybody.
Everyone grieves silently.
That was the wrong lever.
I
Don't have that
didn't
lever.
say I pulled the lever.
Wait, what?
Just for the record. You didn't give me a chance to check the mechanism to see how it would work to actually use it properly.
That had been done earlier as you were investigating the elevator itself.
Is the platform that we were going to ride down on completely smashed, or did it just slam to the ground and is waiting to be used?
No, it just slams to the ground. It appears to be perfectly intact, ready to be used.
I'm gonna
Why?
cast continual flame on the head of my hammer to make it act like a torch. Look around and see what's around it.
Okay. Give me just a second here.
Do you want perception?
Give me just a second, but then yes, I will want perception.
Are you facing away from your mic?
Yes, I am currently facing away from my mic for just a moment. Okay. Yes, Mineo, go ahead and give me perception. What you see is a completely collapsed tunnel to your right, and what appears to be a straight shaft up towards the north.
I was just waiting to load into the map before I move my character sheets or
I'm
pieces.
not going to load you into the map yet. Only 3 of you are down at the bottom.
Do I perceive any hostile individuals?
It's quiet. Just the same kind of dripping sounds that you've been hearing. There's a weird smell in the air. Almost... it's almost fungal.
Okay.
But other than that, you don't appear to sense anything. There's some more of the purple roots that you had seen up at the top that are around. They just kind of, they seem to just like very slowly twist and shift once in a while, but you don't get the idea that they are aware that you're there, nor do you get the sense that they're hostile.
Okay. All right, who's next?
I don't know.
We didn't talk about a signal for us to bring the lift back up.
Take it away, Ian.
Did I hear that?
Yes, it's a straight shot, straight up. It wouldn't have been hard to hear.
Okay, go for it.
Just so that I'm clear on how this mechanism works, if Brutus begins to walk on the wheel, it brings it back up, and it won't just shoot into the ceiling?
Yes.
Okay. Brutus begins to walk on the wheel.
Brutus needs to give me a strength check. It's a little bit of a strain, a little bit of a struggle, but since the platform is empty, after a little bit of kind of figuring out his footing, Brutus is able to pull the platform back up.
Okay, next group.
Knowing how quickly it had descended the first time, I would like to see if there's any, like, in a car it would be a tail brake, a slowing mechanism.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation.
I would also like to give it another try.
Go for it. Okay. So, Lachlan, you're not able to find it at first, just because this is a mechanism you're not super familiar with. But as Rain comes over to help, you are able to find, excuse me, a mechanism that, as long as Brutus is still able to power the wheel, will be able to provide controlled descent. You're able to figure out that the lever originally pulled was the emergency brake and essentially an emergency drop lever, and you're able to find a more controlled descent.
Okay, next group. Who's going?
Well, Brutus has no way to get down after us. Seeing as he's four-pawed and probably can't ride a flying broom.
I can get down after everybody.
Let's have Tanzanite take his place, and then I'll take Tanzanite down.
Works for me.
We've already established that she and I can ride the broom together.
Okay. Let's do it.
I imagine that as a fighter, she also has a pretty decent strength. So.
Yeah.
Since Scratch is a small creature, do we want Augie on there too?
Is Scratch? Are you going on as riding Salt, or are you having Salt go as an independent creature?
Oh, right, Salt. Yeah.
Okay.
Augie there.
So Kyrios looks at Rain and says, I just want to be clear, you two are going to ride the broom down, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. I will, just so I don't add more weight to this thing, I will fly down after them.
All right.
I didn't know you could fly.
He has a cloak that allows him to turn into a bat.
I can also
nice.
fly in dark.
Oh, right. I forgot that it does that as well.
But don't give my secrets away.
All right. So once everyone is in and secure, Tanzanite waits for the signal and begins to essentially power the lift, and you descend much more gracefully. It's a little clunky, but you're able to go down very smoothly.
And I will grab the edges of my cloak and I will yell, bat! And I will turn into a bat. And then flutter down to the bottom of the shaft as well.
That's just how I have to cast polymorph from now on. I just have to yell what I am turning someone into.
Form of a bat!
It's kind of like you're passing someone while riding a bike on your left, except it's, bat!
Yeah.
Very good.
I'm pulling it as more of a, what we do in the shadows reference, but
Oh, yes. All right. Yes. So you all descend, and you come down, and you see Mineo and Yurei and Halstrom there already. I'm assuming the three of you are kind of wandering around.
Halstrom's gonna check the tunnels, the collapsed tunnel.
Okay. As far as you can tell, it seems inaccessible. You don't see any kind of gaps. You don't see any way to get through. As you investigate further up, you see another blocked pathway. And as the what is it, 5.5? Because Scratch is a small creature.
Yeah, pretty much.
And as the next group of you come down, you would see these guys milling about. None of them seem particularly worried or stressed. You all would smell the same kind of fungal smell in the air, as well as the dampness and the moistness. as well as hear the continuing drips and drops of water.
Once we reach the bottom, I would turn back into my human form.
Do you just shout
I'm going.
human?
I mean, it sounds more like squeak, but yeah.
I'm gonna send blue sparks up the shaft and say, "We're clear."
All right.
I would leave the elevator at the bottom.
Okay. All right. So then, Rain, you take Tanzanite and the broom and descend down.
Yep.
Perfect. And same thing. You smell the fungal smell as you descend, and when you reach the bottom, you find your companions.
You know what that smell means to me? Flammable.
Very good. Very good.
I would like to ritually cast detect poison and disease.
Okay.
Status update.
I will say the map does appear very dark on stream, so.
Well, for me, it's
If you
still loaded.
shift click where we are, if you shift hold click where we are, Molly, it will show us. Nope, apparently not.
I mean, it's still real dark.
She just clicked. I shift clicked.
There it goes.
There we go. All right. And 3 feet of you, Lachlan. Within 30 feet of you, there is nothing poisonous or diseased.
And wonderful. I'm just going to concentrate on that. I'm going to give myself this token, just so you know.
Okay.
How can I see right now? Where is this light coming from?
I'm gonna reload Roll20 really quick.
Lachlan, did you cast light? Was that you?
Yes, I cast light as well. Thankfully, it's not concentration, and it lasts an hour.
Very good. Very good.
There we go. That's better.
My hammerhead is still charged with continual flame, and that lasts until it's dispelled.
Very good. Very good.
It looks like we've had a cave in on this side.
Mm-hmm.
We could.
Um,
Sorry, after you.
I was going to say, has anyone investigated the crates behind us yet? And if not, may I?
I have not.
So I'm going to look in these and this to see if there's anything worth it.
There's no poisonous or venomous creatures in there if it helps.
Good to know. Molly, any particular role or just...
Go ahead and give me an investigation. Give me just a second. I'm refreshing on my end, see if that helps Rain at all.
No worries.
Oh, I refreshed and it worked.
Ah ha ha. Excellent. Excellent. So, with that 11, Mineo, you notice that most of the crates are open. They have been broken apart. One appears to have held, at one point, food, some kind of dehydrated food. You notice a lot of the canisters have been opened and torn open by something. You find a torch. It is unlit. and you find you find a torch. It's on fire! Hanging out in a damp cave in a box, and it's mysteriously on fire.
Me too, man.
Like Laura Croft finding machine gun parts in a tomb that hasn't been opened in thousands of years.
Right.
Right?
Kill the last living dinosaur.
Yep.
The last single T-Rex, entirely unchanged by evolution in 60 million years. She finds it and is able to kill it with 2 pistols.
No problem with logic there.
But yes,
If the crocodiles can go unchanged for millions of years.
that is because the crocodiles are the peak of physical perfection and nothing will change my mind.
A population with a very low genetic diversity will actually evolve much slower than a population with a high genetic diversity.
Crocodiles are
Thank
peak.
you so much.
Crocodiles are peak physical condition and nothing will change my mind. Yes.
So nothing in the crates?
Nothing really super important. A little bit of scrap metal, some chunks of rock, but nothing. It doesn't appear that anybody has been down this way in the last immediate while.
Are the scrap metal pieces like overly rusted and corroded, or are they proper scraps of metal?
No, it's mostly everything's rusty and corroded, and then there's rocks.
Fuck, if you should have opened with the rocks. Alright, nothing fun.
All right.
What is that?
What is what?
The little icon thing over on the collapsed door. This.
Door.
That means
It
it's
is
a
a
locked
locked
door.
door.
It means that we can't go through there yet.
Oh, that's cool. Oh God.
I have a question.
Okay.
Does it look like I could fit through any of the cracks in the little cave in?
You could sure try.
I was
What do
going
you
to
mean?
start drilling it.
Drilling is bad unless you have supports to hold up the ceiling.
I can
It would be mostly
turn-
clearing away the rubble.
I can turn the cave-in itself into the supports to hold up the ceiling, if you like.
I have shaped stone.
Well, let me go through first if I can, and then if there's anything bad, I mean, we don't want to open up the door to, like, I don't know, 1 million gallons of water leaking out of the bottom of a lake, or some purple worm nest that's just waiting to turn around and devour us.
Maybe you.
Purple worms are poisonous, right?
Worms are quite small.
The purple worms are not quite small.
Nope.
They make tunnels big enough for 3 Goliaths to walk through shoulder to shoulder.
I want to meet the Goliaths that measured that.
It's not important! What do you need for Scratch to start trying to find a way through the rubble?
Arius, do you want to investigate over there? I'll go with you.
We can. I was just kind of looking around.
You know what?
Signs.
Let me make it even easier on the DM. As Scratch will cast this on himself.
Give me the jars. Give me the jars. Give me the jar.
You gonna make yourself tiny creature?
Yes, tiny creature.
Very
Small.
good. Very
No, he's already small.
Well, no,
Oh.
he's small SMALL. Now he's small SMOL.
Hey,
I could ride Rolo.
right, rule.
Onward! Into battle!
What do you
Dun,
need
dun,
from
dun,
me,
dun,
boss?
dun, 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 dun.
I think Kyrius is onto something here while the captain's playing mini-me.
All
Can
right.
we investigate up here?
Absolutely. Give me just a second for what I'm going to subject Scratch to. I mean, have Scratch roll.
Kyrius, you go ahead. You're the one who started. You're the one who found it.
Scratch, go ahead and roll me a dexterity check.
Can it be acrobatics?
Nope.
Well, that's fine, because they're both the same. And you know what? You know what?
No.
You can use Flash of Genius for dexterity.
Any check
Flash of
I
Genius.
can use
Anything
it
you want.
for. An ability check or a saving throw.
Yep.
Yes, so Scratch, you are able to get through. There's a couple points where it's very much a little tight, even as a tiny creature, but
Okay.
you are able to get through into the other side.
Okay, alright. 1 second. Let me just take a look around.
Still tiny.
All right, and while
That
you're
doesn't sound very tiny, Scratch.
Just let me take a look around.
and while Scratch is taking a look around, Carius and Mineo, you wanted to investigate the vines over here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So both of you go ahead and who's doing the investigating, like the main part of the investigating?
He certainly is, because my investigating has been dismal so far.
And since you are assisting, I will go ahead and give advantage.
Oh,
Woo.
that's gonna. Yeah.
Kyprius, you would notice that
Not
as
that
you,
rolls are fine.
it's because you're not actually doing it. It's because you're helping.
I'll take it.
So, Kyrius, you get up to these vines and you notice that they are moving and twisting and turning. They don't seem to be going out of their way to attack you, but they are very much shifting and moving and undulating. But they haven't seemed to react to your presence, and they look, as far as you can tell, biological. It is a thick, almost impossible to see through wall. You can see something glimmering through like the occasional gap on this side over here, but you can't tell what it is.
I read this in a book once. Does anyone have a bottle of sunlight? No? Alright. What do you got, Curry?
Do not have a pocket full of sunshine.
I have something that I haven't tried before.
That's always fun. Is that one holding a pickaxe?
I feel like this is more Lachlan's area, but I have been practicing, seeing if I could do it. I'm going to give it a try, and I'm going to, for the first time, cast Speak with Plants.
Ooh.
Bum,
I don't
bum.
think I actually have Speak with Plants.
No, you
maybe
can do
you
it.
don't.
Let's work with fungus.
Maybe you don't, but Kyrius thought you did, so.
I would have thought
Hey, all
it
I have
too.
is- all I have is do taxes with tarantulas.
Yes, Carius. So you cast Speak with Plants, and the vines, the roots, the things that are in front of you kind of rustle a little more, and you can tell that you have their attention, as limited as it may be.
Hi.
So,
This is where that 10 charisma is gonna come in, guys.
Yes, that's the way to start. So you say hi, and one of them just kind of it parrots back what you say. Just hi.
All I can.
Can-
Sorry, continue.
Can we walk through there?
Why?
I look back at Mineo and wants to know why we would want to walk through here.
I'm gonna be honest, man. My attention span to this party goes in and out by the week. You're asking the wrong dude. Rain, he's talking to plants.
I noticed.
When you say it like that,
Come for shinies?
are there shinies?
Shiny.
Many shinies.
They got Jigglypuff.
It says
Glittery
there are
shiny.
shinies here.
I mean, we do enjoy the shinies. Is that our current quest, Rain?
Sure.
I don't
totally
know.
remember why we came down here.
Listen, man, I just got off of festival season. I'm only here every other week. I don't know what's going on. I just eat the lemons. I'm just the lemon guy.
Just the lemon guy.
Are the shinies yours? Will you share them?
Some shinies. Good shinies. Some shinies. Bad shinies.
I'm relaying all of this just so I don't have to repeat you, but I'm relaying all of this to the people behind me.
One fish,
Uh,
two fish.
Tell it will
Not
remove the
bad
bad
at all.
shinies.
What was that, Rain?
Tell it will remove the bad shinies if it'll let us pass. I don't know.
We can remove the bad shinies if you let us pass.
You take bad shinies? Yes. Can take good shinies if take bad shinies.
Not entirely sure what we're agreeing to here.
I'm down.
YOLO, Doctor.
The captain's
Pretty much.
on the other side of the wall.
That YOLO breeze.
Because YOLO is totally in Kyrios' vocabulary, but still, whatever.
Absolutely.
For future reference, I'm saying this for the record. There needs to be a warlock path of the YOLO.
I believe it's called the Pact of the Undying.
No, like straight up, like Dionysus or somebody shows up and just like, nah, fuck, dude, just do whatever sounds fun. If you die, I'll figure it out. Just keep doing it.
All right.
Anyway, so
We'll take the bad shinies and some good shinies if you let us pass. Can you clear the way for us?
The vines, they kind of ripple and twist, and you see them pull just far enough apart to let you pass. And immediately you see the entire wall is filled with the various colorful crystals with an absolutely enormous cluster at the end of the hall.
all right. Now it's a party.
All
I'm
right.
going to very cautiously begin to walk through.
The plants just kind of twist and kind of like they occasionally brush against you, but you can tell they're not doing it on purpose. They just happen to touch you.
Molly,
Yes.
are these the crystals that we're all pretty much accustomed to at this point?
Yes.
Oh, very good.
All right, and for a quick pause, Scratch.
Uh-huh.
We're going to shift back to you and the doctor and the tech priest. A kobold,
Scratch,
a
you can
doctor,
hear-
and a tech priest walk into a bar.
You can hear faintly through the wall. Scratch, how thick is the wall?
Could I easily figure that out?
Through your meanderings, at the finished point that you were able to get through, the wall was only about a foot thick, but the actual thickness that you would have traversed would probably be, at the thickest point, about 15 to 20 feet thick. But you're not 100% sure, because you did have to take a lot of twists and turns.
Due to the Pythagorean theorem and the distance between time and space and the material plane, I believe it to be somewhere between 1 and 20 feet thick.
Um,
For
I can
scratch
do
the
that.
Pythagorean theorem, Pythagoras would have to exist in this world.
You don't know. It could be 1 + 1 = 3. The Pythagorean
I-
theorem on this world.
I'm going to point at the wall, and I would like to fabricate supports going upwards about 10 feet in a straight. Yes, 10 feet in a straight-ish line from where I am. I would actually be standing where Haustrom is. And then about 5 feet tall, using the fallen stones to do so.
So, I'm trying to picture how Lachlan and Hellstorm are occupying the same 5-foot space.
Well, you can occupy the same 5-foot space, it's just elbows are getting thrown.
And Hellstorm has a lot of elbows to throw.
Haustrom, I need to be here, just good.
I still
You've got
think
too many pointy bits.
Scratch would want to
Ask.
look around for dangers before we open the wall.
Okay.
Where,
where-
have you told Lachlan that?
That was the whole reason of going through. I said somebody should go over and make sure it's okay in case there's a purple worm or, the ocean on the other side.
Well, it takes 10 minutes to cast, so you've got 10 minutes.
Okay, I got 10 minutes. There you
Okay.
go. I look around.
Okay. So are you just staying where you're at and just kind of sweeping your head? Are you moving around?
This is a
what do you look
visual perceiving for the moment, perhaps some sniffing and listening.
Okay. So, you would see that there would be a similar kind of fungal patch as to what you guys had dealt with earlier. There are pockets of larger mushrooms. A couple seem to kind of twist and moves. Just some of the larger mushrooms. You don't really hear anything, but it's very earthy smell. A very, very thick earthy smell. Very fungal. You see some more of the purple tendrils that just kind of exist. Some of the mushrooms kind of move around, just like twist occasionally. They don't really seem to be doing much, though.
Is this down here glowing or just that color?
It's just that color. Nothing down here is glowing.
Alright, it looks clear, but just be careful. It looks clear, but just be careful.
As I stop concentration on the reduce spell.
All right. And so for our crystal hunters, what are we doing up topside?
I was just checking each crystal to see if I recognize each one compared to the ones that are in the gauntlet I have. And then looking at this big ass one at the end without necessarily getting right up to it.
Okay. So for everything in the wall, how many do you have one of each color?
Yes, I have one of each one, including the quote unquote weird one.
Okay.
You have a silver one?
I don't know what a silver one is because when I got one, it was described as weird.
Oh, it wasn't a silver one.
Nope. It
It's
was
the
not
one
the
that-
silver one.
All I know is it's in the gauntlet.
Okay.
Yep. So yes, Mineo, as you pass by, you pretty much see every color that you would recognize, including a couple small pockets of this weird silvery looking crystal.
So is the weird one the silver one or not? Just can I give me a title here?
No, the weird one and the silver one are two different crystals. The weird one is kind of a combination of
That's
the purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the combination. The silver one is just kind of it's a metallic-y silver color.
Is that the ones that are kind of right here?
Yes.
Okay. I will attempt to. Well, I gotta use those 2 brain cells here. Hold on.
While he thinks, I'm sure Kyrios would remember, but RJ is having trouble remember. When did we encounter these crystals before?
That was actually before you got here, so...
Yes, so...
Oh, okay.
Kyrios, you would have seen these crystals before if Scratch or anyone has told you about them, but you never would have experienced them before. Neither would have Rain, nor would have Chancellor.
You may notice, just because I'm wearing it, that there are similar crystals in the gauntlet I'm wearing on my left hand.
And Scratch has swapped out crystals for different spells and things.
Yeah.
And if you had gone to Lachlan for medical stuff at any point in time, then he uses the yellow crystals quite a lot, or the orange crystal, I should say.
Yeah. Say, don't use the tasers.
Hey, I just need them unconscious. I didn't say how.
Electroshock therapy is a thing, right?
So Kyrios will just watch Mineo inspect the crystals then and kind of just be observant for a little bit.
I'm gonna look at this big ass one real quick.
Well, you had done something with these ones here. Were you still going to do anything with those in the wall?
Not yet. I'm gonna kind of go and observe first, and then I'm gonna decide if I'm going to make a questionable decision.
Okay.
Do you know?
If you
I'm
have-
talking to Mineo here, but do you know which ones of these are the quote unquote bad shinies?
Well, there's only one of them that I don't have in this thing yet, and I'll hold up the gauntlet. It's bone white with the crystals in various places. There's one of each one embedded in different places. Kind of like a schnazzed up Thanos gauntlet, but bone white instead of metallic gold. And it's them silver ones. So my guess would be the silver ones, so I wouldn't touch those yet. But I also don't recognize this big ass one in the corner, so that might also be what they're talking about.
Rain,
Well,
you had started to... Oop.
Well, if you have something you want to put them in, but you don't want to touch them, I can mage hand them into whatever container you have.
Oh, I will get to that in a sec. I want to see if I can configure. I want to investigate this, and then we'll talk about pulling shit out of the wall.
Okay. Yeah, so go ahead and, Mineo, go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Can I also make an Arcana check?
Go for it.
I was supposed to be back to normal, so just 10.
Yeah, that's fine. So you can tell that this is a gigantic cluster of the blue crystals.
Oh, okay, cool. The water? Probably the water. It's one of them.
So is there...
Are you okay?
I'm good. Nothing happened.
You get used to it. So I'm going to make sure I have a specific pack for these. I do. So I'm going to pull out the bag that I keep all my crystal stuff in and tell Rain that I want as many of these metallic-looking silver ones that we can get out of the wall.
Okay.
Oh no.
Well, if you can pry them out, then I can pick them up.
Has this all gone on in less than 10 minutes?
Probably gone on in 2.
Yeah, it's been less than 10 minutes.
I'm gonna call back to the vines. Which of these are the bad shinies? Even though you don't have eyes, I don't know if you can tell, but
You see a vine snake out past you, Kyries. It kind of goes past everybody's feet. And it kind of creeps up the wall, and you see it tracing over each of the crystals. And you see, like, there will be a yellow one, and it'll avoid the yellow one, or a red one, and it'll avoid the red one. Or if there's a dark purple one or a white one, it'll avoid those.
Silver ones?
It doesn't seem to care about the silver ones.
So-
Those are apparently fine.
So it seems like it likes the silver ones, and the other ones it does not.
Well, you notice that the ones it seems to go towards are the orange ones and the green ones. The silver ones, the blue ones, the regular purple ones. It seems entirely ambivalent. It just kind of goes across them without stopping.
Like they're
Oh,
not
I
there.
see. So the green ones and the orange ones, you said?
Yes, those are the ones they go towards.
But it doesn't like the red, the yellow, the dark purple, or the
White.
white.
That makes sense.
Yeah, given what they all do, that makes.
It said we could take the good ones if we took the bad ones. Can you use those bad ones?
I can use all of them.
All right.
Lost and love is forever. Can you verify that Can you verify that that's correct before we start making assumptions? Because I don't want to turn into a rap.
Vines. Just want to be
Alright.
clear. We can take the good shinies, as long as we take the bad ones. Correct?
Yes.
Is there a limit to how many we can take?
Leave some for vines, but take the bad shinies.
So we can take all of the bad shinies that we want, which are the purple, the white, all those ones, and then it just wants us to leave some of what it considers the good shinies. So let's not pillage the vines; they're being pretty nice to us. So we'll just, be polite with how much we take here.
All right. I'm gonna pull out 2 of my Bone Devil daggers from way ways away
Mm-hmm.
and start trying to pry out some of the red that are near me. I believe I saw. Get off of there. Yeah, so like there.
Okay.
And start prying out the reds.
Okay. Rain, your Arcana check, real quick, because I didn't forget about that.
Yes.
What were you looking to find out with your Arcana?
The specific magical properties of the crystals.
Okay. So you can tell that each color crystal does something different. They all produce a feeling, a sensation, a burst of energy in them. Excuse me. And we do have a list somewhere.
Are
There
there
we have-
fire ones?
Yes.
Sweet.
The red
Let's
ones.
grab all of those.
Okay. So, Mineo, go ahead and give me strength. All right. And then, while you are working on that, we will transition back over to the cave buddies.
Has it been about 10 minutes?
It's been about 2. Because these 2 things are happening simultaneously. It has not
Okay.
been very long at all. So you guys are still working on clearing out the cave-in. Scratch, were you doing anything else for investigating?
I'm gonna take out my little dagger and maybe gather a couple of these mushrooms carefully.
Okay. The one you're standing at, it's just kind of very slowly, just kind of bobbing almost. It doesn't really seem to recognize that you're there.
Until I pick one. And that's what I do, is I attempt to pick one.
Okay. Are you just trying to like root it up, or are you just trying to like carve part of it off?
Well, we want the roots so we can study. Yep, pull it out of the ground. Use the tip of the dagger to kind of dig around it a little bit and try and pull it up and out.
Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what I need to make you use for that.
Probably survival.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a survival.
I'd like to use my alchemist supplies with a wisdom modifier, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because then I get tool expertise.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty easy for you to get this mushroom up out of the ground. You pull some of the mycelium network with it, and it has a weird, earthy, almost sweet smell to it as you pull it free of the ground.
What can I add to my inventory? What shall I name it?
Giant Underdark Mushroom.
Giant mushroom from the lower mines. Alright, I'm just gonna tuck that away into my bag for now. Take a step back from the wall, because the walls are always dangerous in places like this. And just gonna walk forward one step. Still listening to them working on the other side of the wall, not going too far.
Yeah. And by this point, Hallstrom and Lachlan, you are seeing the cave slowly start to form into your OSHA regulation tunnel with handrails included.
We don't. Yeah, actually no. We don't need handrails, but I'm adding handrails because you can never have enough handrails.
Sounds like Lachlan.
It might help you regain your footing in case you trip.
But yes, you slowly make your way through, and you are watching as the stone is pulling away and shaping, especially since you're specifically using the loose rock already, and everything pulls away, and it takes you 10 minutes, and you are able to open up the door.
Yay! Oh, did we item get?
A rock. The Charlie Brown's special.
Hey, Captain.
Hey.
Is it safe?
Again, I don't see much, but tunnels, especially dark tunnels, can always be. Just be careful, that's all.
We should get the others before moving on. Oh, I no longer have detect poison and disease on. I have to take that off my token.
And speaking of the others, of our delightful cave crew, yes, Mineo, you have managed to carve out one, and this is in relation to you, one fist-sized red crystal.
Excellent.
Is it heavier than 5 pounds?
I would assume so if it's the size of my fist.
Yes.
Are you guys okay down there?
Yeah, you remember those crystals from like 12 sessions ago? I mean, months ago?
It was like 3 weeks ago, but yeah.
No, it was like 2 months.
Time is a construct. Anyway, we found a bunch of them, including these weird silver ones. I don't have any of them yet, but I'm working on it.
Were you there?
For the cave? Yeah.
Okay, you were there for the cave? Okay.
I'm pretty sure that the boss is still the only one who knows about the silver ones.
I'm subtly covering my ass where I can.
Yeah, I've kept this I've kept the silver ones very, very secretive.
I co-lived to Scratch, having heard this. Hey, Scratch, do you know about what the silver crystals do? I don't think.
Oh. Doctor, my doctor, you are nowhere near this. You would not be hearing this conversation.
Oh, fine.
Well,
They're
when you
way
guys are
over
done
here.
with the crystals, we cleared away the rubble.
Oh, cool. Yeah, this is gonna be a minute. There's a lot. Let the captain know I got more crystals for him. Actually, let Lachlan know we got more crystals for him, and then let Scratch know that I will set aside crystals for him too.
Oh, sorry. The weight limit for Mage Hand is 10 pounds.
Oh, that's okay. The red one I don't need you to touch. I just don't know what that one does yet, and I have anxiety. So I'm working on the ones I know first.
Okay.
Yuri's going to tell Scratch about the crystals.
I moved next to a yellow one because that's the next one I remember it not liking.
Okay.
Right.
Do you need another strength check?
Yep.
All right, 1 second.
Molly, I know you have a lot going on right now, but while this is going on, I am going to cast Dark Vision on myself.
Okay.
Let me mark off that spell slot.
Very good.
And I'm just going to look ahead a little bit down this other path here.
Very good, very good. Yeah, so you would see more clusters of crystals. This area looks uninhabited. You would just see a few more crystal pocket cluster things, some more of the blue ones, some of the dark purple ones, more of the silver ones.
Okay. Nothing, just the same crystals that we've seen before, though.
Just more of the same crystals. You kind of get the sense that this is almost like a crystal growing area because there seem to be pockets of colors.
I will yell back down the tunnel. It opens up to a bit of a room here, it looks like, and there are more crystals on the walls.
Fantastic.
Okay.
I am struggling with this taser box.
Yes, you are struggling with the taser. You do manage to pry it out, and it's closer to more of Scratch's fist size. It's a much smaller chunk.
The ones that I'm used to having, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the next? Let's see.
They didn't like the white ones either.
Yeah, let me get a white one real quick. I don't see any on the wall, so I'm just gonna stay where I'm standing.
Okay.
Much.
And you're going for the white ones now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're able to pull out 3 or 4, and more, a little bit bigger than the yellow one was. More of kind of your standard, comfortably hold in your hand rock shape.
Mm-hmm. And I believe the last one they didn't like was the dark purple. Rain, I'm gonna get by you here real quick. Drink. I got the entire fucking coven of stuff.
Yes, you are able to chip away at this, and you are able to carve out the entire cluster. And it's very much one of those, holding it in your 2 hands, it's very cumbersome to hold.
Where's my big crystal bag of? This is the dark purple, right?
Yes.
Good. I'm gonna keep track of shit. What's one? Bacon. Alright. God damn it. I'm getting used to a trackball mouse until I keep dragging my screen off. And then there's that one. Are there any other ones on the wall that it doesn't like?
Not on that wall.
But further in, possibly.
Further in, there's an absolute possibility you're not sure.
Okay. Hey, Kyrius, are there any more of the red, the yellow, the white, or the dark purple that you're seeing?
Do I see any of those, DM?
You see white, dark purple, and yellow.
I see white, dark, purple, and yellow.
All right, let's go do that first.
Frosty
I'm
trees.
absolutely stalling.
So
I'm gonna
yeah,
keep rolling until it's someone else's turn.
when Yurei mentions crystals,
So for the next dark purple.
silver crystals, all you see.
Yurei
Well-
didn't
Mario,
mention
let me-
silver crystals.
Well, if I was told about the silver crystals, he just would have relayed any information he was told. Since Captain Scratch has more experience with them.
What's the verdict, Molly? Is it my turn, or are we continuing?
Oh
Please
no,
let
it's
it-
your turn. It's absolutely your turn.
As Yurei described such things, Scratch would immediately. Oh, I hate to use a spell slot, but it's important. Boom.
Love you, Scratch.
And zip away.
Very good.
Doesn't he have Dimension Door?
I have to be able to, like. I don't know
He
this
hasn't been
place.
around.
Yeah, I don't
He
know the
hasn't been
place
out.
well enough. I can't just, because you can use Dimension Door on a spot you see or a general direction, like 300 feet to the northeast. These are caves. That's very dangerous. So yeah, zipping off.
Wait! Don't touch the silver ones! Stop it!
Skidding along the dirt bottom of the tunnel.
He comes in on me prying out another dark purple or however many I get with the 19 strength check.
Yeah, you get another, we'll say 2 larger sized ones.
What's up with the silver ones? I haven't touched them yet.
Good, don't touch them. They're not good. They're very bad.
What do they do?
Nothing.
Never any worse than the taser.
Let's just say they provide an out-of-body experience.
Nobody told him. Anyway, back to what I was doing. Where's... Oh, yellow. Dude.
You're just using all your good rolls here, aren't you?
You know what? If it's that... Yes. How many yellow crystals?
If only someone had a mind pick or a pickaxe.
I
A
have-
mind pit.
I have
Yeah.
two. I have 2 bone daggers. They will do me fine. I was raised by dwarves.
Yes, you get 2 more of the yellow ones.
All right. Fucking window. All right. Are there any other ones in here that I see that have been deemed the not good?
Not that you see.
Okay. Have we gone any further than this, Kyrius?
Nope, this is as far as we've gone so far.
Oh, fuck it. Let's go. What do we got? Well,
Path
this
splits here a little bit.
troublesome. We're gonna go back. That's too complicated for me. So yeah, Scratch. If come over here real quick, wait. Are these the white ones or the silver ones, Molly?
Those are silver.
Okay, yeah, Scratch. You do what you do. The wall here is apparently radioactive, according to you. So I'm gonna pull some of these off here
Why are we taking them?
because the vine said we could.
Wait,
Have you?
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
sure? Wait. Are you sure the fruit you've been eating is like not overripe?
Oh yeah, Kyrius can talk to plants sometimes. Apparently,
My question still stands.
yes. We asked. They said that it doesn't like the crystals that I've been prying out of the wall, and so it said if we took the ones it doesn't like, we can take any of the ones it does like, as long as we leave some for it. I don't question nature. I eat lemon.
Okay.
Do you want
Okay.
the silver crystals or not?
I'll work on them.
All right. So if we see you slump to the ground out of random, we should probably call for the doc.
No, I'll get back
Call
to
for
you
the
on
doc.
that.
Got it. I'm gonna get some of these blue crystals.
I do want to add that I wouldn't want to stay here too long. Tactically speaking, these tunnels are kind of tight, and who knows what's up ahead of us still. So
Mm-hmm.
You go ahead and backtrack if you want. I'm done. This is Scratch may have lived underground. I kind of flitted between both up in the mountains because the dwarves love the mines. So this is just fine for me. I'm just kind of getting a little bit of everybody. So when I'm done picking at the wall, I'll join y'all in the main room unless y'all want to hang around. Molly, for the sake of me not rolling 10 more strength checks, can we just assume I pick a little bit of each color crystal besides the deadly one? Are you gonna make
Yes,
me
I
roll?
can justify that.
Okay.
Give me a count of each color, and I'll go down the line if you want.
We will just go ahead and say that you get 2 more. You're able to, out of the walls, you're able to get 2 to 3 more of the more like, like the good human palm-sized rock, the very satisfying rock that you find at the beach.
Of each color.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Please hold while I adjust.
You can go for the silver ones if you like.
I would love to, but I'm pretty sure Maneo has just enough brain cells to cover his ass for that one. So we're gonna call it good. But thank you. I appreciate your willingness to give me opportunities in this campaign. So many of these yellow crystals, it's ridiculous. And then in particular the dark blue, because of this fat stack over here, I'm probably going to take a little bit more out of that one.
Okay.
So I'll roll for that one actually because that's cumbersome. Okay.
Yeah. You decide that after you chip off about 3 pieces that you should probably stop because the vines, you don't want to take too much from the vines.
That is a fat stack if we're thinking too much after that, but okay. It's not my cave. So, Scratch, do you need any help getting this stuff out of the wall? Rain said something about Mage Hand and something earlier if you need help.
No, I
Yeah.
have scrap. He can pull them out and put them in this bag. Just, yeah, we gotta be careful with these.
I'm gonna walk back like I'm heading through here. I'll stop, turn around, dig into my bags, pull out a lemon, and hand it to one of the vines.
You give the vines a lemon?
Are we really surprised here?
No, I just wanted to make sure I heard you correctly.
I mean, it was gonna be Amara's hand, but I don't want to be rude. Give an undulating fruit to an undulating plant. I don't want to seem like I'm biased.
No, not making any assumptions about the want of undulating things.
Precisely. We don't profile here. I give lemons to everybody.
It just kind of like reaches out and wraps around the lemon, and you just kind of see it sit there holding it.
Some people pay good money for that.
Yep. I give it a nod and I walk off back to the main room.
Very good, very good. You see the cave-in is now clear and is a fully OSHA-regulated tunnel.
It has handrails.
Hey, Lachlan,
Yep.
I got more crystals.
Oh, nice. Did you see my handrails?
They are perfectly decoded, sir.
The
What were you
dwarves
saying,
would be
Ray?
proud.
The dwarves are always proud.
I said, ooh, I found red ones.
Yes.
So Maneo was able to handle these with his bare hands, right?
Correct.
Cool. Then I'm gonna try to grab some.
Okay. Give me a strength.
Do you want to borrow my bone pick things?
Nah.
All right, have fun.
What colors did you get, Maneo?
One of every one except for the dangerous one.
What's the dangerous one?
Apparently the silver ones. Scratch about had a heart attack.
That is a strength save, Rain. I need a strength check.
Oh, sorry.
I will divvy you some. I got a really big. Refer to the text. I got a really big dark purple one. If you want to use it for something.
Dark purple. That was magic, wasn't it? I wonder if I can cast something arcane through it.
I think that was gravity, wasn't it?
Rain, you're able to try out a single red crystal. It sits very comfortably in your hand, and it fills you with a sense of warmth, like you're sitting right by a campfire.
Yeah, that was the.
Can I keep making checks to get more?
Sure.
Yeah, that was the cosmic energy crystal.
I'm sure I could do something with that.
Okie dokie. Want to make sure I got enough for everybody that wants them.
Are there crystals along all of the walls that I've looked at up here?
Pretty much, but as you get deeper in, they become much more scattered. You start to see fewer, and you will just start to see more metallic ores.
Molly, how much do you want to gander that big giant purple one that I got? Weighed like what, 10, 20 pounds?
Oh yeah, it weighed about 15 pounds.
Okay. Yeah, Doc, I'll put it in your office when we get back to the ship. It's heavy.
I appreciate the warning.
Question.
Yes.
If I use a dagger to kind of like finagle them out, can I use sleight of hand?
A technicality, I like it.
You need to have a special thing to be able to pickpocket with Mage Hand.
I would just make it
I'm not using
disadvantage.
Mage Hand. Scratch is using Mage Hand.
Ah,
Daggers are a dex-based weapon.
Mm-hmm.
that's right.
Yeah, I can give you a dex.
That's
So
a Dexy roll right there.
Dex or sleight of hand.
I will give you dexterity. I won't give you sleight of hand because they are in the wall.
Cool.
Well, with your combined rolls, you were able to get 4 more.
Excellent. I'll take it.
Tell you, man, gold picks or something else.
I have a feeling that these will be very useful in my research.
Oh, where's Yurei? Oh, he's best of all.
As I come back down around the corner and I see Scratch pulling the crystals out, I'm going to say, I took the liberty of scouting through these tunnels. It seems like they all end in dead ends, but there are crystals on the wall all the way through. They kind of thin out as you go further north.
Okay, good to know. We'll finish with these, and I'll catch back up with you guys.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the main room, then yell if anything tries to eat you.
Okay, yeah, sure.
You're the one that uses more of the dexterity-based, flashy, cool, badass weapons, yeah?
Typically, yes, I require things that require more of a finesse.
I pull out the severed hook horror arm and show it to him. What if we turn the end of this into a bow staff, or a pole staff, or a pole arm?
A bit unwieldy for me. I prefer stuff with more subtlety.
Fair enough. Put it back in my...
I do appreciate the offer, though.
Molly, how many of these do I get?
Go ahead and roll me a flat 20.
Flat 20.
It's not going to roll very well. You want to roll an actual, like, polyhedral.
You are able to get 13 small crystals.
Okay, these can actually... Okay. Any other ones left in the wall? I just, like, have Scrap, like, take
a little bit of mud and cover them up.
Sounds good.
What do the vines do?
They just kind of sit there and undulate. The one is still holding the lemon as
Okay.
Kyrius' spell fades.
And then I return to
Right.
the group.
Right, where are you going?
Yep, I return to the group after that.
Ooh, mushroom.
Ooh, mushroom.
Yes, mushrooms.
Like a good mush.
I say to Kyrius, hey, you know some of your really cool ranger spells. You should be able to cast them using one of those green crystals.
Oh, I didn't take any of the crystals, but that's good to know.
Oh, I have plenty. We can divvy them out.
Well, I want to present a question to the group before we go too much further. We've been going for about 3 hours. Kyrius, I know you usually have to get up on Mondays. Do we want to continue now, or do we want to end for the night?
I was gonna dip out at about 11:30, so if you guys want to end now, that'd be fine. But if you want to keep going, that's never an issue either.
This does seem like a good point to pause.
Yeah. I defer to the consensus of the group.
Happy to pause here.
Yep, sounds good to me. I'm good with
Okay.
that.
All right. We will go ahead and pause here and continue our adventures next week.
Plus, I'm pretty confident that there's going to be something else in here that's going to try to eat us, and that could take a lot of time to get through. So.
Sounds like we're gonna need more time.
What? No.
If we don't have to pause in the middle of combat again, I'd rather not.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track, but it happens sometimes.
Oh,
All right. I will pass it back over to Doomy if we have any closing announcements.
Oh, yes. So, yeah, thanks for everybody joining us tonight. Just keep in mind, check out the Discord, which is always linked here in the description of the stream. You also have Okami's TikTok, and our Twitter. If you follow our Twitter, we just pretty much post announcements for streams and schedule updates on there. So yeah, check us out, share us with your friends, give us a chance, give us a try, and remember everybody, there's 20 sides to every story. Roll for yours. Have a good night, everyone.